This is our sweet, happy baby Lekha. She was born with normal hearing in her right ear and a moderate to severe hearing loss in her left ear. This video will help you understand what things sound like for Lekha, as well as how to make listening easier for her.
Lekha hears normally in her right ear. She can hear very quiet sounds that are only a few decibels in volume. In her right ear, normal talking sounds like this.
From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ed Levy. Here's your San Francisco forecast. Variably cloudy, maybe a shower by morning, low 50s.
In her left ear, hearing begins at 65 decibels. High-frequency sounds need to be even louder for her to hear them. This means that without her hearing aid, she can detect the sound of a vacuum cleaner or hairdryer, but normal talking sounds like this.
Because Lekha hears normally in her right ear, she can still understand speech at a normal volume. However, several specific listening skills are difficult for her because of her unilateral hearing loss. For example, it's hard for Lekha to figure out where sounds are coming from. With good hearing in both ears, it's easy to tell whether sounds are coming from your left side or your right side because your brain compares the sounds coming into each ear. For example, listen to these footsteps with normal hearing. With binaural hearing, it's easy to tell that the person is walking from right to left. However, listen to the same walking sounds with the unilateral hearing loss.
Without good hearing in the second ear, it's impossible to know the walker's location just by listening. Therefore, you don't know which way to turn and look to find where a sound is coming from. For this reason, if you say, "Hey Lekha," to get her attention, it will probably take her some extra time to look around and find you if she doesn't already know where you are. This makes it harder for Lekha to follow conversation when a large group of people are talking because she has to spend a lot of extra energy trying to find which person is talking. As she gets older, she'll get better at using other cues to follow conversation in these situations, but it's especially hard for her now since she's still in the process of learning language.
Luckily, wearing a hearing aid can help minimize the sounds that Lekha misses and make listening easier. Lekha's hearing aid works by amplifying the specific sounds she has a hard time hearing. The hearing aid uses a microphone that listens to sounds in the environment. Then it takes the sounds that Lekha can't hear well and makes those sounds loud enough for her to hear them. Lekha's hearing aid is programmed specifically for her based on the types of sounds that are difficult for her to hear and the severity of the hearing loss.
There are several things you can do to make listening easier for Lekha. Number 1, get her attention before telling her something. Since it's harder for Lekha to locate sounds, getting her attention first allows her to use her energy for listening to your messages rather than locating you. If she's having trouble finding you, tell her specifically where you are. For example, saying "I'm in the kitchen" is more helpful than saying "I'm over here."
Number 2, talk face to face. Lekha will understand you best if she can see your face while you're speaking. Talking face to face ensures that her good ear can hear you, and seeing your mouth move is also helpful for speech comprehension. This will also help her hearing aid to best pick up the sound of your voice. Try to avoid talking to her on her left side or from where she can't see you at all, like talking to her from another room.
Number 3, provide a good listening environment. Lekha will have the easiest time listening when she can see your face and there is minimal background noise from things like TVs, radios, dishwashers, etc. When practical, you can help by minimizing background noise in the room, or finding a quieter part of the room to talk to Lekha. You can also help by moving closer to Lekha when you're telling her something.
Doing these things will really help Lekha to have an easier time understanding you, and will also help her speech and language development.
Thanks for listening.